The group stages are done, but how has each country fared in their respective group? And who will face whom in the knockouts? And who will be saying au revoir, sayonara? Actually, not even in Europe, but never mind, you get the idea. Roll titles! Afternoon evening everybody, my name is Jamie Jew and welcome back to a brand new video where this time we are turning our attention to the next phase in the Eurovision Knockout 2025 to decide which particular country will be going through to the knockout stages of this particular tournament that I devised myself, of course. And nevertheless, you have of course been voting in your hundreds if not thousands in terms of who will be going to which particular positions in respective groups and who will be progressing through to the knockout stages and who will be saying au revoir to for another year, which is a bit of a shame. But it's time to reveal those particular results as we are about to dive into the group stage results and decide on how the knockout phases will be, well, phased out. But before I do that, I would of course encourage you guys as always to subscribe to my Eurovision YouTube channel because I'll be reacting, well, I have reacted to all 37 participating countries. I've done videos on all sorts of things to do with the Eurovision Song Contest, and I do need to do some more shorts. And I'm going to be planning some documentaries post the Eurovision Song Contest, so hopefully, well, by the time I get around to all of that, it'll be nice and smooth sailing. Hopefully I'll get to documentaries. I can't make any guarantees, but nevertheless, hopefully I'll do that. So get subscribing right now for crying out loud. That'd be fantastic. Thank you. Otherwise, without any further ado, it's now time to reveal the results for the group stages of Eurovision Knockout 2025. So let's get that fancy little graphic back up to the left of you there, and time to decide on how the Eurovision Knockout 2025 phase of the group stages will be commenced. A quick reminder though of all of the groups in front of you, with Group A being Germany, Portugal, Estonia, Serbia, Group B being the UK, Malta, Lithuania, Albania, Group C, Switzerland, Cyprus, Latvia, Austria, Group D, France, Finland, Netherlands, Armenia, Group E, Italy, Australia, Belgium and Azerbaijan, Group F, Spain, Norway, Luxembourg and Poland, Group G with Greece, Iceland, Croatia, Ukraine, Group H with San Marino, Denmark, Czechia and Slovenia, and Group I with Ireland, Sweden, Montenegro and Israel. No Georgia because of course they did not make it through from the pre-qualifiers, thanks to your votes of course. And in case you need reminding of how they are going to be phased out into their respective knockout brackets for each particular winner and respective runner-up, remember only the top 7 out of the 9 runner-ups will be progressing to the knockout phases, so the bottom 2 will be going home and they will be going to each respective bracket here along with each group winner. And because there are 9 group winners, Group I and H will be paired against each other respectively. So that's how the knockout phase is going to work. But who will get there? Well, it is time to find out. Let's begin with Group A and bring the old table back up. So, without any further ado, let's go in reverse order to build that tension up just a little bit in terms of how they finish in each respective group. So, finishing in 4th place in Group A with 12% of the vote was Portugal, deslocado. So unfortunately Portugal will be bowing out of the competition from here. So I'll see you later Portugal, sorry about that. In 3rd place, so also bowing out of the competition. Remember all the bottom 2 positions, so 4th and 3rd will be bowing out of the competitions. So with 17% and finishing 3rd and also going home is Serbia with Mila. To be fair though to Serbia, that's not a bad position to finish in, all things considered. Like, that is very respectable, considering they're sort of like nowhere with a lot of people, which is very good. So in 2nd place, but not necessarily guaranteed to get into the next phase, but with a healthy 28% of the vote, was Estonia with Espresso Macchiato. Very, very good finish. That might be enough to progress to the knockout stages, but we shall see. But top in the group with a healthy 43% of the vote. Well, you all like the song. I'm not a fan of it, I personally myself, but Germany did top the group with Balalala, a healthy 43% of the vote. Let's just hope they can sing live. So yes, Germany are guaranteed to be in the knockout phases. And of course we'll be facing the runner-up, second place of the best runner-up spots. So Germany and maybe Estonia have gone through, but let's now move on to the results of Group B, which of course the UK features in this one. So this will be interesting. So finishing in 4th place and bowing out of the competition with 16% of the vote, quite a high lot for 4th place, is Lithuania. Got the bottom lot with Tavo Akis, so that's unfortunate for them. But in finishing in 3rd place and also bowing out of the competition with 18% of the votes, it was the United Kingdom with what the hell just happened, which is annoying. But you know what? An improvement from the last knockout tournament that we did with Ollie Alexander, although that being said, it was after the contest rather than before. But either way, I don't think that's a bad showing for the UK, personally, myself. But they do go home with your 18% of the votes from that respective group. So, finishing in 2nd with a very healthy 31%, so should be enough to qualify for the knockout stages, was Albania with Zrem. A lot of you do love it. Can understand why. It's just maybe I think a lot of people are sort of trying to sway some others, if you ask me. I don't personally see it myself, but that is what it is. Anyway, finishing top of the group with 35% of the vote is Malta, with technically the song's called Serving, but let's face it, they are serving cunt and they're serving top of Group B, so they are guaranteed qualification for the knockouts. Albania, I think are highly likely, and I think they're probably there, but we'll see what the results were from the best second places later on. Moving on to Group C, and it's bye-bye to Lithuania and the UK, of course. Group C then, and also saying bye-bye to them with 11% of the vote in 4th place. It was Cyprus with Shush. Not good news there for Cyprus with that one. That's a rather unfortunate position to be in. So yeah, we'll be saying bye-bye to Cyprus on this occasion. With 22% of the vote, in 3rd place was Switzerland, the host country with Voyage. That is a very harsh score to finish in 3rd place. Meaning finishing in 2nd with 24% of the vote. So it was very close between 3rd and 2nd. Was Latvia, pipping the host country, Switzerland, into 2nd place. That's Berman Laimi. I think a lot of people sort of are starting to grow on that particular entry. Can totally understand why it's doing or has done well in this particular group. It's a weirdly catchy number. No idea why it is, but it is. But finishing with a healthy 43% of the vote and topping Group C and guaranteed qualification for the knockouts is it's Austria, excuse me. I was thinking of another Austria, if you like. But yeah, Austria are easily qualified top of the group with 43% of the vote with Wasted Love. For some reason, I thought they said Australia to begin with. I don't know why I haven't made me read that. But yeah, not bad stuff from Austria. I mean, they are one of the favourites to win, so probably not a huge surprise they topped the groups, let's face it. Alright, let's move on to Group D. And finishing bottom of the group, and also well, you've already mentioned, but anyway, 4th place and finishing bottom of the group, so bye-bye to this country with 7% of the results, was Armenia with Survivor. My mum loves this one, so she will not be a happy bunny, that's for sure. It finished bottom of its respective group with 7%, with 16% of the vote and just missing out on the top 2. In 3rd place and also saying bye-bye is the Netherlands with C'est la Vie. And I should stress, that is a little harsh for the Netherlands to be bowing out early in the competition, because finishing 2nd place with 18% of the vote, that's how close it was France with Mammon. That is how tight some of the votes can be, and I will showcase one of them later on. But France have just pipped the Netherlands into 2nd place. Trouble is, 18% is the lowest we've had so far. Will that be enough to go through to the knockout stages? We'll have to wait and see. But top of the group with a whopping 60% of your votes. Well, I mean, What a surprise. What a surprise. We are coming for Finland. By the way, over 300 people voted in that one. It was the most amount of votes it ever got with Group D. And chunk of them, all of them voted for Finland to be topping this one. But it was a tie vote between France and Netherlands for the second place. France pipped it, but Finland comfortably come in first, so to speak. So yeah, that's the result of Group D, but we'll see how that pans out for France later on. In the meantime, bye-bye Netherlands and Armenia. Group E, we move on to, and it is the last place we started with as always, which garnered 16% of the vote. That is a little harsh, but it is what it is. 16%, and finishing last in the group was Azerbaijan with Run With You. That's not a bad result for 4th place. That's a very good, healthy finish, I think, for the overall result of the end, which is as per the same rules as I'm going to do last year, which I will explain later. If you did follow it last year, then you know what it is. But finishing with a 3rd place, or in 3rd place, with 23% of the vote, excuse me, was Belgium with Strobe Lights. That is a little bit of a shocker to the system for Belgium, because a lot of people do like it, but a lot of people think it's overrated. But it did squeakily miss out by 1% of the vote. I could have built that up a little bit better because it was quite close. But 2nd place goes to Italy. Volevo essere un duro. It pipped Strobe Lights to 2nd place. That's how close things were. I will build up one other group in a moment because that one was quite hectic, to say the least. But top in the group with a healthy 38% of the vote was Australia with Milkshake Man. Italy may have done enough to get into the next round. Australia comfortably into the knockout stages. But Belgium squeaked out by a little bit of Italian David Bowie. That is mental. That is a crucial bit of results. And of course, Azerbaijan finishing bottom of the group with 16%. We will also say bye-bye to. This is certainly an unusual set of group results, that's for sure. But we have to move on. Group F, and finishing bottom of the group with, again, a very respectable 18% of the vote was Luxembourg. La Poupe Monte-Lesson got absolutely poopied into this group at the bottom, which is, I think, for me a little harsh because I do really love the song, but I can't argue with the majority, if that makes sense, which is annoying, but what it is what it is. Right, 3rd place, and just missing out on the top 2, also with 18%, was España, Spain, with Esa Diva. They finished on the same percentage as Luxembourg. I will decide the tie results on that later on because that will come into play for the final results later. But we'll deal with that another time. But in the meantime, I'm putting them 4th and 3rd respective now, but I will decide a tiebreaker for that another time. So finishing in 2nd place with 22% of the vote, so it's higher than France, but we'll see if that's enough. Is Poland with Gaia finishing in 2nd place. So therefore, topping the group comfortably with 41% of the vote was Norway with Lighter. A lot of love for the Lighter and for Norway, as they top the group for Group F. I did not mean to do that, but it slowly transitioned into that somehow. But nevertheless, Norway are topping the group, easily qualified. Poland look okay, but we'll have to see what happens. 22% is still fairly low. But Spain and Luxembourg, bye-bye. Sorry. Right, Group G we move on to, and this one was a little bit less exciting. 9% of the vote, and finishing bottom of this group was Croatia with Poison Cake. It was unfortunate, really. It was always unfortunate. But you know what? Some votes for Croatia are still respectable enough to get 9% out of that respective lot. Well done. But finishing in 3rd place with 21% of the vote, a high percentage mark, was Ukraine with Bird of Prey. That's actually not bad for a 3rd place country. I'm surprised it got higher than it did, but there you go. Mind you, it wasn't a particular group, which might make sense later. With 27% though, this is why I didn't put it that close, because it wasn't really that close in the end. 27% of the vote, and finishing in 2nd place was Iceland with Roa. Somehow that got into second place. So fair play to the Jedward Mark II, or if Marcus and Martinus and Jedward had a baby together, that would be vibe, if you like. But nevertheless, top of the group with a healthy 43% of the vote was Greece with Astera Mata. Easy peasy, beautiful song. I love it. Thank you so much for putting it top of the group. Iceland may have made it, but Ukraine and Croatia, bye-bye. See you later. Sorry. But Greece have progressed. Easy peasy. Right, this is the crucial one, because I did not expect this to be a group of death, but it was. But I should stress, though, that the main country falling out of favour of this group of death, let's face it, with a lonely 8% of the vote, it was Slovenia. How much time do we have left? Unfortunately, bows out of the competition. Now, I'm going to twist it up a little bit here, because I want to show the result of third, second and first for the percentage. I'm not going to show the countries. So third place got 29% of the results. Second got 30. And first got 33. It was literally 4 percentage points between all of them. But the act that got third place, and therefore missing out of the group stages, of the knockout stages, excuse me, was Denmark. Hallucination. It's garnered a lot of traction as of late, but it's just pipped out on this occasion. But the act finishing in second place, although let's face it, highly likely to progress to the knockout stages, was San Marino. Tutta l'Italia, meaning Czechia, finished top of the group with Kiss, Kiss, Goodbye. It was so close. I should stress, it kept chopping and changing all the time. At one point, all three of them won 30%. It was that close. And of course, by the time I stopped it at midnight of the 13th of, effectively the morning of the 13th of April, I had to take the results from there. So any changes since then, null and void. That's the final result from that. So Denmark, unfortunately, we have to say, you've been deed. I'm sorry. You're gone. I'm so sorry about that. Slovenia also gone. San Marino, I think you likely have made the knockout stages. And Czechia, you definitely have, because you topped the group. Right, final group to go to, which is Group I. And let's just get through the results of these. So finishing in last place with 9% of the votes was Montenegro with Dobrodosili. As much as some people do love it, it's not got a lot of traction, let's face it, which is slightly annoying as far as Montenegro is concerned, because they're a returning country. It is what it is. Should have said clickbait. Right, third place with 12% of the vote and also bowing out of the competition is Ireland with Like a Party. Not a lot of love for this one. I think this could surprisingly get a little bit of love, but I've no idea why it's so high in the bookies at the moment. I just don't see it qualifying myself, but you never know. I suppose you never know. But it didn't qualify on this knockout tournament on this occasion. Finishing in second place, though, with 16% of the vote, so I'm not so sure that's enough to get through to the knockout stages. But finishing in second was Israel with New Day Will Rise, meaning top of the group with a whopping 63% of the vote. Yes, I've been learning. Right, Sweden top the group, easy peasy with 63% of the vote. Israel, it finished second, so it's gone into the list of the best second places, but I'm not so sure that's enough. But we'll see what happens. But Ireland and Montenegro, bye-bye. So, without any further ado, let's get the full result of the best second places. And yes, it has been confirmed, and all of it, Israel and France are gone. They are out of here. They are no longer in the competition, meaning those results that you see there of the best 7 places. So, 7th was Poland in terms of 22%. Then came Italy and Latvia. Then Iceland, Estonia, San Marino and Albania. But of course, France with only 18% from their respective group and Israel with 16% of their respective group. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's the way the competition works from my rules and regulations. If you don't like it, then just leave a comment and I will feed that back accordingly. In other words, ignore. No, I'm not going to ignore it. I will feed that back. I will feed that back accordingly. Don't worry about it. But yes, as far as the results are concerned, Albania got the best amount of second places. But after all that is said and done, we do have a knockout stage to come. So here is the full knockout of how it all played out for the round of 16. So the ties in question for the round of 16 are Germany versus San Marino, Malta versus Iceland, Austria versus Italy, Finland versus Albania, Australia versus Estonia, that'll be a good one, Norway versus Latvia, Greece versus Poland, and Czechia versus Sweden. And of course that does mean you should of course start voting now. Remember, each particular knockout will come out every single day as far as the knockout stages are concerned. They'll start effective on Monday morning, so get voting right, well, almost right now, but they'll start voting when they come out on my Eurovision community page, so get voting. Otherwise, without any further ado, it's time to end the video there. So who will progress to the quarterfinals of the Eurovision knockout stage? Well, that's for you to decide. But without any further ado, I will be ending the video there, as already mentioned. But never mind what, of course, But never mind about all of that. Please do leave a comment below on how you think the whole Eurovision knockout stage will progress. And of course, who do you think will get through to those particular last stages and who even might win the competition? Get commenting below. Otherwise, without any further ado, subscribe to my Eurovision YouTube channel. Smash the like button on this video for good measure. And of course, ring the bell to get notified about my latest videos. Catch you again in the next one. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.